Hello, good morning, and welcome to my class. Again, one more time. And what today? Today we talk about, or we experiment, we explore with passive voice. Okay. Passive voice. All right. Well, we know that passive voice is when you have a subject that is not doing an action, is receiving the action. Okay. So, for example, this morning, I cut a flower. But I don't want to mention that I cut the flower. That's too cruel. I mentioned that the flower was cut. That's passive voice. I don't mention that I drink my coffee and that all the teachers drink coffee. I say that the coffee is drank at the school. Okay. So that the teachers are not the subject. The coffee is the subject. So now I give you examples in present, in past, and in future. With the passive voice. Yes, for example. Okay, one example. People elected candidates last week. Who's doing the action? The people, okay. This is my subject. And who is receiving the action? This is the verb, elect. The candidates are receiving the action. That's my subject. Well, that's my object. But now, I don't want the people to be the subject of my sentence. Why? Because the people is obvious. Why? I don't think the dogs elected candidates or the cats elected candidates. It's people who elect candidates. Okay. So now I eliminate this. This is the first thing that you do. Eliminate it. Yes. So now I don't mention people. Now I mention candidates. Okay, so candidates, and then I use a form of the verb to be. This is in the past, so I put the verb to be in the past for candidates. Candidates is? No, it's plural. Candidates were elected. Why elected? It's the same because this is a regular verb. Irregular verbs are very different, but here I selected this. It's okay. Candidates were elected last week. So now the information is very different. Yes? Now we don't say that the people elected somebody. Now, candidates were elected last week. This, ladies and gentlemen, is passive voice. Passive voice in simple past. What about in present? Okay, something that happens all the time. Okay, bus drivers drive big buses. Bus drivers drive big buses. Okay, those big buses. Okay, so who is the subject in this? The bus drivers. This is my verb, and big buses is the object of my sentence. Okay, so I eliminate bus drivers. I take big buses. Big buses. And then I put the verb to be for big buses. This is in past, this is in present, so big buses are, and then my verb in past participle. Oh yes, teacher, Big buses are drove. No. Drove is the simple past. Driven is the past participle. Remember, it has to be a verb in past participle. BPP. Not a verb in past. A verb in past participle. So, big buses are driven in the city every day by bus drivers, whatever you prefer. But if you put by, you can put this but to finish the sentence, not in the initiation of the sentence. So that means that now this is not very important. This is very important. This. All right. So these are only some examples to see different conjugation times for this passive voice. Thank you very much, and we continue with this on a following class. Thank you.